AT&T Active Armor protects with 24/7 proactive network security, even in the madness of March.
Coverage of the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament is sponsored by GMC. We are professional grade. GMC. Corona Extra. Live La Vida Más Fina. Pizza Hut. Order today at pizzahut.com. And by Progressive. Making it easy to bundle your insurance.
The Kansas Jayhawks in the second half score Miami 41-14, shooting 60% now. The North Smooth play of the game, presented by Dollar Shave Club. Absolute domination. Second half domination. Plus 22 points today. Well, you've got four different players. For Johnson, you can shoot 60% when you're shooting that many times. You know, Kansas has, their offense has really kicked into gear, but I think it started on the defensive end. They really bottled up Miami. We talked before the game, Reggie, about how Miami was going to have to make some threes at 0 for 11, shooting threes in the second half. Anthony Walker at the free throw line for the Kane. Daily, what do you have?
Well, guys, look at Kansas's three-point shots. Remember, they had 4 at the end of practice yesterday. It was a great display that we saw. They were actually from half court that they made those shots. And that's part of the fun that they say they've been having. We talked about Miami having fun so far. First round of the tournament, this Kansas team said, we just want to get to next week. And then they said it this week. We want to have fun and get to next weekend. And they are 3 minutes and 16 seconds away from doing it.
So to the other end, and that is a violation. 10 seconds on KU. Kansas, of course, the veteran of the game, Dr. James Smith, coached in Kansas, and he wrote the rules of basketball on everybody's jersey. You see those dots there? Those are words. Those are the rules of basketball. And the Kansas alum who bought the rules for millions of dollars has it now housed in a building that's connected to historic Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence. So it shows you how far back this Kansas program goes. It's a three-point shot from outside. Walker took it. And the other way comes running on. Interesting to see those words in your house, by the way. I think you know all about that. The last guy you want to be seeing falling like that. Actually, you want to make it clear that those are the original rules of basketball. We wouldn't be able to see the numbers if the current rules of basketball. It would be a book that the footage of front book. I don't remember one of those look like. It was Miller picking up his 5th personal foul for the King. So I've got 5 fouls and out for Miller, 5 fouls and out for Wardenberg. And Miller has been such a key factor in this tournament run. He's only got 2 points today. They bring in Dan Dick, who's a 6'11" player from Sydney, Australia. Gus is even again. Yes, he is. As well as the well-timed guards by Coach Larry. These 2 young men really helped carry the Canes and turn back on the map with Coach Larry. I love the smiles right there. To me, that's what it's about. The brotherhood. While we're talking about the brotherhood, I just gotta say, I hope Justin Moore from Villanova get well soon, because it was so cool to see the video that went viral right after the celebration. Gleason side, the Galloping Wilson in the players for KU. And just nothing more from Miami in the second half. In the second half, Kansas showed why they are the number one seed. What you know from the sets today, this team has played well offensively in this tournament. Now, this second half is going to change his mind. This is a very impressive offensive performance. You take out that Texas Southern first round win where they were done, but they were supposed to be the number 16 seed like that. Here's a look at Bill Self. His dad passed away in January. His dad was a coach. And his dad used to tell Bill, son, don't worry about the wheels, just load the wagon. Now they loaded the wagon in the second half with the target on their back. And his dad would certainly be proud to watch his son, Bill Self Sr., passing at the age of 82. Bill Self Jr. doing him proud. It's the Self family right there. He's got 2 grandchildren. You know, we were talking the other day. He says, I don't feel like a grandpa. Gray hairs up there, right? Got a hand out on the wrist. Shot there by Joseph. Looked like a high jumper. He goes inside and works into the defense of Jack Clemens, who's come in. And there's the trophy for the champion of the Midwest Regional. There we go to KU. At the free throw line is Poplar. The foul goes on freshman Clemens of the Jayhawks.
As we speak, Dan, we got Kansas, Duke, and Villanova all punching their tickets to New Orleans with St. Peter's and North Carolina on the clock right after this. I mean, that is spectacular. That is spectacular.
Also in the game for Kansas, Chris Chan is brother Connor playing on the Final Four for KU. Brother Rutgers High School in Kansas City, Linwood, Kansas. Is where he's from. Trying to get his hands. He wins his 3 by the aforementioned Chris Chan. And here come the Canes. These kids don't get a chance to play that touch. To play in a regional final on national TV is a big thing. KJ Adams is back in. Black looking down low and trying to hit Newey. Instead of big man, Rodney Miller. Also in, Go Goose. Legos Go Goose, who's Greece. Yeah, to Joseph.
And really, Kevin, the subs are in the game, but that's the way the second half has gone for Miami. Every time one of the Miami players puts the ball down and tries to go to the basket, he was attacked and is surrounded. Just a very frustrating offensive performance from Jim Larinaga, negating their offense, negated by Grand Kansas defense. Look at that line. Never been this far in the history of the program. They've never gone to the league, but this year they did, using the transfer portal. He's been able to put Iowa State a long 3. He sticks it. The hugs over there for Bill Self and his coaching staff. This is a great feeling for him as well. Never gets old.
The Kansas Jayhawks are going to the Final Four for the 16th time in their 50th NCAA tournament. Kansas and Villanova. The national semifinal next Saturday in New Orleans. as the Jayhawks go to their 16th Final Four. Guys, the second half was the key, 47-15. Kansas outscored 10th. Let's take it over to Dan.
Kevin, thank you, Coach. You just said we played a little better in the second half. Outscored them 44-15. What can you say about that performance?
Well, we were locked in defensively in the second half. We never was the first half. The net came off the basket. I think the first three the CD made kind of did that. But that's about as well as we played in this tournament so far.
Which is what you have said, that you have to keep playing better to keep advancing. You go back to the Final Four with this team. Kevin may have said it best. You guys loaded the wagons.
Yeah, it's a special year for me and my family, obviously, with my dad passing. That was his motto, don't worry about the meals, just load the wagon. And the guys didn't really worry about the descriptions of what was going on the first half. They just played second half.
Congratulations, Coach. Go enjoy it.
The winningest program in college basketball history is going to the Final Four. And they'll take on Villanova.
God damn, I suck.
Bill Self told us yesterday the Elite Eight is the hardest game to play, the hardest game to win. But they certainly had a hard time in the first half. The second half was an unbelievably impressive performance. So we're Dan Bonner, Reggie Miller, Danny Jacobs, and team still tall. This is Colorado saying good afternoon from Chicago. The Jayhawks are the Midwest Regional Champions. Coming up next on CBS, St. Peter's against North Carolina. We'll take you to our studio for the Capital One Tournament Central right after these messages on CBS.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Silverado RST, the only EV truck that combines four-wheel steer,
Come on.
a multi-flex midgate, and up to a 400-mile range on a full charge. And the only way to reserve it is at Chevy.com. Find your future, find new roads.
End of West Challenge Cup, Saturday on CBS. Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow. Perfect.
I think Brad is more the giddy up.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Reserve yours today at your local Toyota dealership or Toyota.com.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm getting dinner, Dad.
It's going to be hard with a rod like that.
So, you got an idea for a business, the store of your dreams. There's just one thing to figure out. Everything. That's why Shopify's all-in-one commerce platform makes it easy to sell online, in person, and everywhere else. Sell on social media, source products with an app. Forget that first sale feeling. It's the only solution that gives you everything you need to sell everywhere you go. So when you're ready to bring your idea to life, power it up with Shopify.
Fuck you.
Man, that looks good, doesn't it? Tasty, refreshing light brew. But imagine it was only 25 calories and say 5 carbs. And imagine you could drink it anytime, anywhere. Like watching a big game, or maybe playing in a small. And imagine you could still go back out there, get away with the travel, pump fake, throw up an air ball, grab your own rebound, try going up for a dunk again for some reason, and come nowhere even close to making it before awkwardly tossing it out of bounds. Don't imagine. Drink Athletic.
All new chicken, sausage, and pepperoni pizza from family-owned app.
This is Capital One Tournament Central.
At halftime today, Miami led Kansas 35-29, but that feels like a long time ago. On came the Jayhawks in the second half to advance to the Final Four for the 16th time in the storied history of this great program. The final 76-50, Kansas over Miami. Welcome back to our New York studio. Greg Gumbel, Mark Kellogg, Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley. They just blitzed Miami in the second half. What happened? What helped the Jayhawks just click into gear?
You picked Miami, right? I knew you weren't going to let that fastball stay in the air too long. Number one, the best team won. But they were up 6 at the half. In like the first 5 minutes of the game, they turned the ball over like 4 straight. They got their crossword spurtability, and then it was over. You can't go in that 5-minute period. We were sitting there watching. They were up 6, and they were down 8 in 5 minutes. That's too big for a turnaround. But listen, they had the tempo control. But once they started turning the ball over, giving up layups and dunks, the game was over. The better team won.
They outscored Miami 47-15 in the second half. Shot 59%.
Quality shots, but to Chuck's point, turnovers fueled easy opportunities. Then they got 1 or 2 threes to fall. I think Christian Brown hit a 3, and they had not made one in the first half. So you combine all that, but it was the defensive intensity. They went saran wrap defense in that second half, made Miami really uncomfortable, created the turnovers that led to buckets, and then they were off and running. And Bill said about this team being worthy of the number.
What the fuck? There's no way.
This was the best they had played offensively in that second half. You saw them pull away because of it.
Yeah, and once the floodgates opened,
There's no way it was that far left.
there was I wouldn't say he gave up, but it was like, wow, this is not going to happen in Miami. They're like, we're at an insurmountable comeback at this point. Maybe it wouldn't have been as big as it was if it was a regular season game. Continue to fight in a different way. Because there's a finality knowing that you're not going to make the Final Four. But then there's not a finality knowing you got practice tomorrow. The coach is going to get on you as well. So I think great season in Miami, but I said this at the beginning of the tournament. I said man to man, Kansas looks at everyone and goes, we can match you. And they are one of the few teams that can do that is left, man for man. And then there was an aggressive Baji at the end. Very aggressive, getting to he was still efficient, 8 for 12. I'd like to see him take 15 shots minimum per game. That would just always give him a chance to have a great game to me, if I was him.
You guys pointed out the turnovers as a contributing factor to start the second half, but also we've seen it a number of times. For whatever reason, shooting seems to be contagious. Someone starts to hit, and all of a sudden everybody else.
Yeah, and some of it too, Greg, is a function of the kind of shots you take and who's taking those shots. And so you want your best players to be getting the most and the best quality shots that you prevent. But when you can force turnovers and play 3-on-2 or 4-on-3 and get opportunities to attack the rim and get some easy shots, that too can fuel that contagion you talk about in terms of people making shots. But this was a defensive fueled turnaround by Kansas. They really got up into the Hurricane, forced those turnovers, and then once they got it rolling, then it was a big ball going down here.
Yeah, that's the one thing we talked about. They played a perfect first half. They kept Kansas out of fast breaks. They kept the game at a good pace, but slower pace. But then when you come out in 5 minutes and turn it over 3 or 4 straight times, then that little machine just started rolling. But Kansas, they were a better team. That's an advantage. Like if you don't have the more talented team, everything has to break your way. You can't give up offensive rebounds. You can't give up turnovers. And punching about that quickly in the second half, like I said, they had a 6-point lead. And then 5 minutes in, you're down 8. That's too much to overcome.
And by the end of the game, Kansas Jayhawks looking very much like the team that everyone expects them to look like as they head to the Final Four. Coming up next on CBS, 15th seed St. Peter's looking to extend its unprecedented run North Carolina seeks its 21st trip to the Final Four, which brings us to the Capital One Venture Card double of the day. We once again highlight North Carolina's Armando Bacot. He recorded his 28th double of the season, and the Tar Heels win over UCLA. Great tie with Kentucky's Oscar Tshiebwe with the most doubles on the season. Bacot become the nation's leader with another big game against the Peacocks. We're back to Florida in just a moment.
Yeah, I got my 4% cashback on our tickets with my Capital One Savings card. Oh, yeah, Bird's almost beat Bird. Oh, man. Bird been so since losing to me in 70. Really?
Oh, I wasn't even born yet.
Oh, hey, fellas, y'all know the 12-time All-Star Super Bird?
Is there some other bird?
Yeah, this Bird's here to sell some stores on the court.
I'm game.
Looks like you about to get the double birds.
Switch.
Chuck, you got it back? I want to do cashback.
And check in with Blazing Rewards to get 6 free bonus wings next time you're here.
Oh, 3 weeks on team. Let's go.
Everybody who guys here. Okay, the starters. The walk-on. The mock-on. The Buffalo Mountains. And my brain for remembering to download the Buffalo Wild Wings. Lord, our brain. I forgot to pick the band.
Okay, so next is popcorn going to be expensive. Let's just accept that. Going to the movies can be a lot for young owners to do that.
Even if you don't have to go, you should try.
We all know where the bathroom is and how to use it. Okay?
You know, the Stevensons told me they save money by pulling their boat insurance with Progressive.
No one knows who those people are. It can be paid.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you buy a homeowner or more with us.
No one who made movies here.
I am Lily from AT&T. No fun zero fun, but do you know that you can trade a Galaxy in any year, any condition for a brand new, shiny, free Samsung Galaxy S22?
Oh, so you can just swap things out.
Yeah, and it turns out the new one's even better. With the same pretty trim.
Hold on, so where's the real Lily?
What?
Lily?
What does that say? AT&T's Lily.
Real Lily?
Get a free Samsung Galaxy S03W02 Galaxy trade. Any year, any condition, even in the madness.
One time it's going to left, they go left. God, shut up, Paul.
These teams all celebrate the same way. Lots of joy, lots of confetti, and the net cutting still to come. Look at the Kansas Jayhawks celebrating their birth in the Final Four. One for the Hall of Famer Bill Self, tying Roy Williams for the most Final Four appearances in Jayhawks history. Coming up soon, we'll see who'll be joining them in New Orleans, where the tournament darling 15 seed St. Peter's faces off with 8-seeded North Carolina.
The Tar Heels heading to the round of 8.
This miracle run continues for St. Peter's.
It's just amazing to be where we are now, and we've come such a long way. We did it together. We come in with a sense of confidence that everyone was better than us.
We like being called underdogs. We struggle for that. They've been 2 teams that we've lost to.
How about that, bro? It's a dream, man. I don't want to wake up. These guys don't wake up. We want to continue to live in the dream like I'm doing right now.
It has been nothing short of a magical run for Shaquille Holloway and St. Peter's. Earlier today, Jamie Erdahl, Peacock's head coach.
Coach,
Really?
this has become the biggest stage, the most eyeballs, the heaviest prize your players have ever played in a game for. How have you managed this situation for them?
Just don't talk about it. Right? Just live in the moment and take it one game at a time. See what's in front of us. Just attack it. We don't really talk about it. I like that. That's why I like this team. Don't talk about it now. Don't get too big. Don't get too happy. You just stay even kill.
I wonder where they get that from. Point guard play, as you know more than anybody, is vital. How challenging is North Carolina from a guard play perspective?
Very good. Probably the best backcourt we played this year. You know, they got 2 guys that can get 20 anytime, any night. It's going to be good. It's going to be a fun game. We do work and have fun and go out there and play St. Peter's basketball. You know, just play, just live. Like I told you before, this is a dream for us. We don't want to wake up. We can still dream.
Good luck today, Coach.
Thank you.
Jamie, thank you. Chuck, it looks like when you are the favored team, you know you're going to get a rush from your opponent, adrenaline push away, the way they had to deal with Miami today, Kansas did, and what North Carolina probably expects to start the game from St. Peter's.
Well, I think Clark's been saying North Carolina needs to have a good-sized lead coming down the stretch. But listen, both of these teams, they both got, I always hate when I say they got nothing to lose. Yes, hell they do. Everybody's got something to lose who get this far. But to me, St. Peter's got to they have to weather the storm. Because I guarantee you, Hubert has told them, guys, we cannot play from behind. Because when you got four guards who can control the tempo of a game like St. Peter's, you have to play from the front of them. You can't play from behind. So clearly to me, St. Peter's is the one that's going to have to weather the early storm, in my opinion. Well, St. Peter's, I've been raving about those guards. And guards for me have always been the dominant point of these tournaments. And then Shaheen says, I got New York and New Jersey guards. They're not scared of anything. But so is they got a little guard named R.J. Davis that's from White Plains, New York. And I'm sure Darryl Banks and Ed Burton had seen him before. And he was the best of the little guards. That's why he's at North Carolina. So he is a little guard, same way Tiger Campbell was a little guard. But he was the best of the little guards. That's how he gets to UCLA. So now, RJ has to say, remember me? I'm that guy. I'm the same guy that you heard about, the same guy that you remember, the same guy that your friends talked about, and maybe you played against, because I'm the best of the little guards. And if he controls that, because they play 4, North Carolina plays 1 for 37 minutes. RJ's not coming out the game. So he has to dominate the pace of the game and show that why he's the best little guard from this era.
You are making this so personal.
Oh, yeah, that's how I let you know. Yeah, that's how I made it.
And that's a valid point, too. That's a really good point. I think that the St. Peter's Peacocks have been terrific. They've been magnificent because they've been able to play at a comfort level that suits who they are. North Carolina, uncomfortable with finding a way to play from the front. Then you can't turn it over, and you've got to be patient defensively because St. Peter's is not going to want a windshield wiper the game. They're going to beat your leg. And you got to be able to guard the yard that's in front of you, your guy, not give them the kind of shots they want, and show patience and discipline defensively, and then find a way to exert and assert your offensive firepower.
Hey, everybody goes into the game looking for their spark plug. Kansas had theirs in Remy Martin, who is their leading scorer for the tournament thus far. He's cutting down the rims and headed for New Orleans. We'll take a timeout. Back with more on Capital One Triple Central again.
Next we have Candace Parker's pregame dribbling routine.
I can't believe how easy it was to say Bruce to the soul on my car since we got it.
She wanted all that to be an analyst. She's a method broadcaster. Oh. Hey, is that a real thing?
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Whatever's going on, whatever kind of day, we can always find a way to make room to play. Dunkin' in milk or dunkin' in the driveway. That's how we play. Here's what we know. Life's sweeter together. Oreo.
Oh, fucking word.
Only White Claw serve. First full flavor White Claw. Sensational refreshment. Made pure.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. Big or small. We see your drive, your ambition, and the work you put in. That's why we built a different kind of rewards and partnership program to help make your business more successful because you've earned it. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards and Partnership Program and take your business to the next level.
It stirs me inside, there on the outside. Let's focus.
Mango habanero, Asian sage, Parmesan garlic.
In that order, no exceptions. Not 3 times.
How you guys doing? Really superstitious, huh?
Andy?
Yeah. Lead in your left hand.
Left hand?
Oh, yeah.
If we lose, it's on you. Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
Can't sleep out in some chase.
Randy.
Savor the perfect smile. It's a tradition unlike any other. The Masters, April on CBS. It's music's biggest night, hosted by Trevor Noah. Sunday, April 3rd, the Grammys, live from Las Vegas on CBS. This is Capital One, Tournament Central.
We'll have Coach start with an opening statement, and then we'll open up the questions.
I told you guys before the game, I said there's three types of people. There's people that don't want to fight. There's people that do want to fight. And there's people that look for a fight. Anybody can beat anybody in this tournament. If there's a better game in the NCAA tournament, I gotta see it. I said I want a bunch of guys that are looking for a fight. I'm very, very, very proud.
One of my dance moves from the 60s. That was really good dancing.
Everything that's going on. It's great. We go back to football. Someone's going to have to start there. He's got more wins than I got practices. I just feel so good about my guys. It's going to be one of us.
There's a guy, Kansas head coach Bill Self. He talked about year after year, expectations are high. It's a program that expects to be ranked highly during the season, expects to head to the Final Four towards the end. And if he doesn't get there, then people go, oh, what went wrong this year?
You know, I think that's even harder sometimes, to meet the expectations of being a championship caliber team and program, to meet those expectations. And I think sometimes coaches who have consistently outstanding team and carry those expectations sometimes get overlooked. He's one of the very best in the game and has been for a very, very long time. And it's going to stay that way. He gets good players, they develop, and they show today what they're capable of when they put excellent defense together with outstanding offense.
They probably were the quietest number one seed out of the ones that were there.
Mm-hmm.
No one was talking about them winning it or cutting down
choices.
Saga and everyone else. And here they are, and they've done it. And they've done it in a
It's hard to win.
Yes, it is.
It's very hard to win. You look at Coach Self has only won one championship. Coach Izzo, two of the greatest ever. Izzo's on that list too. He's only won one. I'm trying to think who else ever. I mean,
you need to think about it. It's been in there since 2015.
If you think about it, Coach Speed, who's a fabulous coach at he's been one. It's just really fucking 30. All the stars have to be aligned correctly. And when you're Izzo or Self, guys like that, people like, why you ain't won another? It's just hard to win.
We are inching ever closer to tip-off, and the Peacocks soar all the way to the Final Four.
Hey.
What a victory! What a ball game! What a story! The St. Peter's Peacocks are. St. Peter's is trying to do something no 15 seconds ever done.
So good.
Making history and before we can do more history.
Wow, let's take a closer look.
Her release speed deviated only 0.1 second from her average, and although her shot arc is 2 inches higher, she still made the shot.
Guys, who's in my graphics?
I'm an investor in Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives me access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like optical tracking
Get in there.
Can we get a digital walk here?
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ. For investing carefully, read and consider fund objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
It's impossible to take hold of the world spotlight overnight. Create your own uniform. Be a cover model, a powerful athlete, or compete as a trans woman. Impossible? No. I'm possible.
Stay connected at the 2022 Final Four with the NCAA Men's Final Four app presented by AT&T 5G. Access mobile tickets, games, and event schedules. Navigate your way around the Big East. Download the NCAA Men's Final Four app presented by AT&T 5G today.
Well, maybe the most joyous time of the season for Bill Self. Six losses, and they are the third team in the Final Four next week in New Orleans, Louisiana. Let's talk about this game. Kenny, take your time now. Who do you like in this game?
Well, my heart is with Shahi. But I'm going, but like I said,
rinse and repeat. Every time you ask me that question, it's rinse and repeat. My heart is here. I think this. But I'm Tar Heels because I wouldn't even have met Shahi if it wasn't for Tar Heels. Okay. So I can't beat that. Does it have to do anything with the fact that that's where you graduated from? That that's where your heart is? Well, that's where my heart is. Yeah. Listen, I bet with my heart. Okay. But I do think Amado Baycott. I think because against Purdue, they were bigger. But I don't know if those guys were accustomed to getting 15, 20 touches. Amado Baycott was accustomed to getting 20 touches in the paint, and he could score. Chuck, I know that's all right. I just want to give you a chance to change your mind. All right, and you see
Listen, I wish I could go say St. Peter's because I think it'd be one of the greatest stories ever. But UNC is too big. I think the size will make a difference in the game.
I've said all along, North Carolina, I think North Carolina is a better team.
Fuck you.
But if they allow St. Peter's to control the tempo, it would be a much tougher fight and a much different. North Carolina. I got North Carolina being able to step on the gas pedal, play from the front, and make St. Peter's uncomfortable, and that'll be enough to get them to New Orleans.
All right, guys, that is all that we have time for on Capital One Tournament Central. After the break, it is game time on CBS. St. Peter's, North Carolina, winner. The date was due for the final.
Coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament is sponsored by Geico. You could save even more by bundling home and car insurance. Buick, the official SUV of March Madness. Microsoft Windows 11. And by Experian, where you take control.
You love our new apartment,
Great kitchen, open floor plan.
but there's not much privacy.
What happened to your wall?
At least Geico makes bundling our renters and car insurance easy.
That'll save us the time.
What's on the statement?
Paprika. It's my catchphrase.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Man, what are we gonna do now?
You can raise your credit scores instantly with Experian.
And we got approved for a great credit card too.
Experian. Download the free app now.
Chipotle's all-new pollo asada starts with fresh grilled chicken, hand-cut cilantro, finished with fresh lime, guajillo peppers, and garlic. All to make our new pollo asada right, flavorful, and uniquely Chipotle.
Best ever. These debates can be nasty.
Hello, Lisa.
Hey, Stu. And your head must be.
Oh, yes. Water.
So what's it gonna be? Which one's the Lisa less than the cup?
There's only one best ever.
Like a weekend in the woods. It's a good choice all around. Like screening for colon cancer. When caught in early stages, it's more treatable. I'm Colon. I'm non-invasive, and I detect altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages.
Early stages.
Yeah. It's for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
They're missing witness from your case turned up at the legal office.
You'll be doing the way?
Sounds like me on vacation.
Two teams of NCAA's agents are going to bring killers to justice.
Groovy, huh?
Totally. Promise I'm gonna give you a shot at it again.
Not behind your toe.
Oh, good for me. NCIS and NCIS Hawaii, the crossover event, Monday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Everybody loves a good Cinderella story. That's what March is all about. The Peacocks of St. Peter's are flying high and making history along the way. North Carolina, a blue blood, is looking for a date with destiny in New Orleans. Another March Madness chapter is about to be written. Welcome to Philadelphia. It's the East Regional Final and an unprecedented seeding matchup in the Elite Eight. St. Peter's, the 15th seed against North Carolina, the 8th seed for the right to go to the Final Four. The winner here will play Duke in the Big Easy. On the other side of the bracket, it is Villanova and Kansas. Hi, everybody. I am Eagle Lowe, Jim Snargle, JD Erdahl. This is real. It's happening in St. Peter's. They have taken the big dance by storm. The Peacocks are the ultimate underdog. Jimmy, the question that everybody's asking, how have they done it?
Well, I think we're consistent at the defense on the end of the floor. When they're very, very good, that's their calling card. And they show a variation of different types of defense. They'll go full court press, which has been effective for them. They'll also look to close the middle of the court with their help defense. And then obviously on the pick and roll,
Oh, that was so bad.
because North Carolina has two very good guards with R.J. Davis and Caleb DeBluff, who can really light it up in a hurry, as we saw the other night. One of the things about London, St. Peter's will have to watch is making sure they keep him in front of him. As he got to the basket, he was shooting it from long range, the threes, but I thought one of the things he did very well was show his confidence in terms of getting his shot off long range.
Hubert Davis, he was a star in North Carolina, played in the NBA, then an assistant under Roy Williams for 9 years in his first year as the head man of the Tar Heels. Let's take a look at the starting lineups presented by Wendy. St. Peter's, they're very confident in their backcourt. Lee and Banks. UNC, but we like a lot of guys who've seen most of these five, but Davis will mix and match a bit for defensive purposes with a few subs. And Shaheen Holloway, this story has captured the attention of the college basketball world. What he has done has been nothing short of incredible with this program to get them to this stage. First 15 seed in the Elite Eight. Veteran officiating for John Higgins, Vern Harris, Bo Borowski. We are set to go. North Carolina and St. Peter's. The only thing standing in between a UNC Duke NCAA tournament matchup for the first time in history is a 15 seed from Jersey City, New Jersey, St. Peter's University.
This should be a fun game to do and to watch and to just enjoy.
North Carolina controls the tip underway in Philadelphia. UNC knocked off UCLA in the Sweet 16, flattening out 73-66. St. Peter's, the surprise win over Purdue. Spin, they cut. Defense returned at Philadelphia.
Defensively, the start was pretty good for St. Peter's until the end. They're trying to keep the bigs out on the floor. Baycott goes out, but then you see that left arm go across the right shooting arm, so good from the officials.
Armando Baycott, yet another double-double. He's been a machine of that department. 28 of them this season, one shy of Tim Duncan's ACC record that he set back in his Wake Forest days.
One of the things that St. Peter's understands is the big guy may just get some points, as you just touched on. He's been on a terrific role. They their defenses, finding the shooters and make sure they identify the shooters in their different defensive sets.
Fuck you, sit!
The first 15 seed to get to the Elite Eight. They're the first team out of the MAC to get to the Elite Eight. Matt Deptford fumbles it. North Carolina scoops it.
God damn, this is fucking close.
They got going against Woodward. Looking around. Flat kick. Deep one. Love bounces over the backboard, and it's gonna leak through.
We're in a third of the tournament.
That might longest sitter of the 2022 NCAA tournament. That would have been a record.
Look at this. I thought it was going to sit right in there. Oh.
And then we would have had some cheerleader activity. What are you and I doing? Sit right here and watch it. Back in by the Defo. Big bodies with black. WT. Good help from that. Drumming. 10 to shoot. A 3-ball in and out for a Looper who made one the other night against Purdue.
So UNC will deal with that. Make sure that they want to shoot that shot for him outside. They'll take that all back off.
Davis to pull up pop. Rios out. Grabbed by Defo.
Davis fun to watch. Once he gets that ball, a couple of dribbles, he really can explode into his jump shot. And a soft touch to just miss the last trap.
First all-time meeting between these two programs. Lee using the screen from Looper. Finding open man. Drumming. Brings out. Rebounded by Baycott.
So he was getting the shots that are comfortable with that trip, especially with that pick and roll up front. Real high pick.
Terrific move to the rim. Caleb Love. The extension to get the deuce.
We just saw that at the beginning of the broadcast with the highlights the other night against UCLA. He'll mix it up, drive you a little bit. Terrific player. And very good with the basketball off the bounce.
St. Peter's looking to break the seal. If that ball tipped, it was by North Carolina, so Lee can go back to get it. 10 to shoot. Lee contested. And bounces off the rim. Getting ahead for Black. Defo. One of the blockers. Foul is called. Defo averages just under 3 blocks per game. The 3-time MAC player of the year. The officials did not believe that it was clean.
Plenty of times Defo keeps his body away. I don't know about that one. That looked pretty clean. He's very good at going straight up. If anything, maybe the lower body. But that looked pretty good defensively.
Leaky Black shoots at 88% of free throw line. Now it's time to close the gap, presented by Aflac.
So at St. Peter's, we've spoken about their defenses, mixing it up and playing the moment. Just be out there and have fun. And then also with Carolina, they have to handle the pressure defense. We'll see a bunch here. And also post rebounding. You know, if they have to get to the offensive glass, here's one right here.
Pick up the spin, too tough. And no answers right now for St. Peter's. Shaquille Holloway takes an early timeout. This is their largest deficit of the tournament.
And the offensive rebounding by North Carolina, very good. The other night, 15 offensive rebounds, led to 19 second chance points, and a good finish right here.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massage and see. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use that little carpet if it's music on?
Sure.
It's wireless.
It's something taller. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
It's Buick Envision.
You should pick something stronger that's really predictable. That's a really tight spot. Oh, I used to hate parallel parking. Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
Buick Envision, an SUV built around you. All of you.
Stephen, did you know a TurboTax Live expert can do your supervisor for you? For free. Each trip, for a limited time, TurboTax is free for simple returns, even when an expert files for you.
Oh, there's my little nephew. He looks more like Dad every time I see him. Dad is old. So your message said you wanted to talk about insurance? I said I want you to talk about insurance. Well, most people know that bundling women always save you money. But did you know that new customers who bundle and save at Progressive can save an average of $800? What did you do?
Oh, yeah, it's fast. It's fast. Faster than that. Papa, it's fast. Fast like a jet. It's red. It's snappy. Fast like a dog that's particular. Oh, AT&T 5G? It's fast.
Okay, it's time.
Yeah.
You ready?
I need 5 minutes. It's been 3 hours. What the hell?
AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure, even in the madness of March.
You erase everything without putting up the money. If we're to defeat him, you'll have to chase him. to take this power pause presented by Powerade during the third minute. Jimmy Erdahl.
Matthew Lee used to dread when his youth basketball coach would be absent from practice because the guy that had to fill in for him was his father, and he was tough on him. Well, you're allowed to be tough when you're a 1977 national champion with Marquette. Matt found his spotlight this week when he was on a daily cover of Sports Illustrated. I found his father in the stands before today's game, and he was brought to tears when we discussed the spotlight and the stage that his son has reached. They put in a lot of hours together, but the fact that he is here, he is emotional, to say the least.
And the symmetry, Jimmy, who did they beat in that national championship game like that? North Carolina. And this is pregame. All the emotion that Butch Lee was carrying with him to see his son playing in the Elite Eight with a chance to go to the Final Four. Right now, St. Peter's still looking for his first points of the night. 0 for 4 from the field. And a fabulous player, by the way. Won a championship in the NBA with the Lakers as well. 7-0 lead for North Carolina. Deep shot, Laurel. Great tap. Rebounded by Mattaponi. So last time down, St. Peter's ran a block designed for a guard. It worked pretty nicely, just missed it easily. Anderton. Rebound snagged by Baycott. Davis gives it up for Black to spin on Eder and the finish. UNC has been assertive,
and most of the damage by UNCI is getting done in the paint area. They really want to attack early, both off the dribble, hit Baycott a couple of times. The shots that St. Peter's have been getting haven't been bad.
Lee, no. There's a lid on that basket for St. Peter's. Matt hits the deck.
Is the pace that UNC likes to play at.
Davis short, long rebound, Eder, and foul called against the Tar Heels as Eder got bumped. But it's 9-0 North Carolina. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA Watch Madness Live. Scan the QR code right now to download. Are these good looks for St. Peter's?
I think they'd be very good looks considering. I mean, they'd have 2 or 3 of them that were right on the rim that I thought, from my perspective, were going down. This team hasn't gotten rattled in 3 NCAA games. They don't seem rattled right now. They're just not making shots. And they're in right there.
Sounds right. Trucks it in from the outside.
That should be able to loosen them up as a team a little bit, but they